Tea! It's tea time! Peppermint tea with an inch of chocolate oat milk. Hello everyone. It's me, Christine, again. Happy Wednesday. It's so hot out. It is, but I'm freezing because I don't know why I'm so cold. I'm a lizard, I think. Oh no, there's an ice pack on my back. That's why. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, there's an ice pack on my back. And also it's just cold in this room. Wait, hold on. No. I don't want it to make me wet. It's like making my shirt wet as it gets less icy. Brrr. Yeah, I don't know what to do, man. It's like I was hot and then I was like, ice pack, good idea. But now I'm cold. Now I'm like, do I need a heat pack? Oh no. Sciatica again? No, I don't think so, because that is a very distinct feeling of the nerves exploding that goes down your leg. It's just like a random muscle tweak, which only happens when I say things like that I'm doing well and that my back has been fine. I find if I actually accidentally manifest the opposite of what I want. Does this happen to anyone else? Like, I was just talking on Snapchat about how, like, oh yeah, you know, I'm doing well, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, a few hours later, I'm like, why does my back hurt? Because I just said it was fine. That's why. So this is what happens. You should just never say you're doing well, because then something's gonna happen. And then you're gonna be like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. Anyways, that's how I feel about the universe right now. But I'll be fine. It's not, I don't think it's the sciatica, because that is a very specific. But yeah, anyways, I just threw an ice pack on my back, so now I'm cold. Welcome on in. Tonight, we are not gaming. We are not cleaning crime scenes. I know, I apologize to the few of you who like wanted to clean up the next murder scene. You know, I love it too. I must admit there's some satisfying cleanup action coming from that game. But I thought, in light of I'm not here on Saturday, won't be streaming, and also Holo Taco had an announcement, price increases that I assumed people would want to talk about. And also my nails need to be redone because I just did them and they were red and very Canada Day-ish. And then I want to redo them. So I was like, why don't I just paint my nails on stream? That's what we're going to do. So we're going to paint nails and talk about the game of life while we paint. Just chill and chat. That's it. No gaming unless painting nails is a game for you. Then, you know, choose your players, choose your colors. And yeah, that's it. That's all. So welcome to the mods. Welcome to the Mensch Gang members. They fixed the names. Thank you, YouTube. Wow, you all look normal again. Instead of like random and @ signs. That's great news. Thank you, YouTube. Hello, everyone. Hello, poor tomato. It's been a bit. Can't believe 35 months. Hope you're doing well. Much love. Thank you, Snow Leo. Claire, hi. Simply broken nail today. No! So I'll be repairing and repainting during stream. I also suffer from a broken thumbnail like a week ago. So I will be repainting her crookedness with you guys. Hello, Simply. Did my pre-op appointment and they told me I had to have naked nails because it can attract bacteria. Can it? I thought that was true for like fake nails. Because like between the fake nail and the nail, you can hold shit. But maybe they just simplify and to make sure out of abundance of precaution, they just say 0. And they think everything is bacteria. I don't know. I'm not a medical professional. But I could see them just like saying no to everything on purpose. Because, you know, whatever. You don't want the risk, even if there is little to no risk for specific things. Tia, how bad has your sciatica been? I've had mine chronic for about 5 years, and it's developed into nerve damage where I can't feel my calf. Has yours been more forgiving? Well, I'm on month 10 of my first and only major sciatic episode. I feel like I've generally rehabbed it pretty well, and I haven't had the huge surge of nerve pain ever since the onset. However, I have residual nerve impingement, I think was the word they used, in my left calf and the bottom of my left foot, which is directly related to the part of the spine where my nerve is pinched or was pinched. But they think it's just like a knot as opposed to an actual active pinch. I don't know. But it's basically like because of sciatica, but it is not actually sciatica right now. So yeah, I do get numbness and like it's weird in one leg and it's like uncomfy, but it's not painful like it was 10 months ago. But yeah, just, you know, keep doing your sciatic exercises. I'm assuming at some point you saw a physio. If not, you definitely should, because that's who will help you with that and tell you what to do next. But then you actually got to do it. Like, you got to listen to them. That's the other thing. Like, you can't just go. You also have to do what they say. I have a Lana Del Rey concert tomorrow. Naked Nails. What color story should I go for? Oh, wow. She has quite a broad palette that you could do. Honestly, like, I can't even think of, like, a single color. I think she's, like, quite diverse in that sense. You can just kind of pick your favorite song and pick a color that goes with it. Silly Munchkins, Holo Queen broke my nails peeling potatoes. Oh, those bad little silly potatoes. Stop peeling those, silly. I get tonsils out tomorrow. Sabrina! Is that Sabrina Carpenter? How are you gonna sing? And I need to take the nail polish off my pointer fingers. Is that so they can, like, put the monitoring thing on your finger? Hello, Shrimply. Hello, Manny. Wearing existential crisis and solar unicorn skin. This amazing, chaotic, beautiful Manny shows how I feel deep down around my B-Day. Simply chaotic. Yes. All right. Let's take a look. Sorry, I don't want my ice pack to fall. Sorry, I'm cold. So I am doing that. Hello? Hello. All right, I'm naked. Don't look. On both hands. This is crazy. So I just filed and oiled. Hello? Focus on me. Focus on me. I just filed and oiled. My other hand is still kind of nasty. Oops, what did I do there? I forgot to file a little piece. Hee hee. Look, she's sticking out. Let's fix that. My other hand is still my other hand. She's just been busy doing things. You know, she's been busy. Busy girl. So she's not looking her best, but you know what? I don't care because she's not the model of the family. She's like the other. She's like the cousin. She doesn't even look related. Like, what is this? I don't know. But here's my main hand, which other than staining, which I don't care about, is doing well, doing fine, except for my thumb, which a few days ago, cleaning Zyler's pee. Here, I'll show you like this so you can see over the black. Cleaning Zyler's pee, I was using a Swiffer sweeper, like the broom thing, and you know when you have the wet mops at the end, you have to like stick them into the little things that clasp onto the wet thing. So you typically use your thumbs to like snag it in. I don't know what I was thinking. I used my good thumb. So that's a big dum-dum move. And I broke it sideways. So you can see I filed it so it's at least there's no snag in it anymore, but it was quite sideways. And then I just filed it down, but it's gonna grow out a little wonky until I can straighten it a little bit. So it is what it is. Luckily, swatching for our 6th anniversary collection, I had already completed like a couple weeks ago because all those assets needed to be ready for the website, etc. So that's all done. I will need to actually swatch the next collection after the one that you're gonna see next because that's how planning ahead works. But I'll do the macros of that first. So I'll like do my middle nail and then give this more time to come back and then we'll be fine. So it actually kind of broke at an okay time to give me some time, you know? You know, I saw BB No Money was looking for collaborators. No, he definitely wasn't. Someone paid you to say that, didn't they? I wonder who it was. I wonder if their name is Jessica. Ella, hello Simply. We spy a pretty shiny pale carton next to rock candy collection on the shelf. You what? Will she be coming closer this stream to paint? I have no idea what you're referring to. That's so weird. You're stalking my background? All right, shall we paint? And then I can also discuss the price increases to you. Not that you need it. You probably can read. I think you read it. On this hand, I'm gonna do Peely Base because I always do. And on this hand, I won't because I never do. That's a really good explanation. I know, that's so helpful. I always put peely base on my main hand just because even if it's not something I need to peel up right away, I just enjoy being able to kind of peel it off or like pop it off in pieces. Even if it's in pieces, it depends on the formula. My nails are super raw, so they tend to stick to product longer than the average person. So the average person putting on peely base, you know, your mani might come off easier and quicker than me because my nails are raw. They are experts in their field and they just want to stick to everything. That's what happens over time. You too can have yellow, raw working nails if your nails work as hard as Simplynailogical. This is my pitch. No, okay. This never happens. Me painting two hands at once. Like, what's happening? What's happening? What is even happening? Nobody knows anymore. We're just painting our nails. We're just gonna ignore everything. How's that? So this needs to dry, and I'm gonna put smoothing base on my other hand because I like smoothing base. I kind of swap back and forth between OG and pink. It doesn't really matter unless you're doing a pale jelly color or you're doing a French tip or something like where you're actually gonna see it through the polish. I don't think I'm gonna paint any nails today where that's the case. So for me, it's like, I don't know, whatever bottle is sitting in front of me. I just really enjoy smoothing base on my nails because I have eczema. Or eczema, for those of you who like to say the word egg. And what happens is when you're blessed with eczema, which is a skin condition, you might end up with pits or little tiny dents in your nails. This is not the same case for everyone. Some people's eczema doesn't affect their hand at all. My eczema on my hand is actually totally fine right now, but it is a lifelong condition that kind of flares whenever it feels like it. But from having decades of my life, my hand, especially my other hand, completely fucked up because of eczema. Like, I used to wear band-aids around my knuckles, all up my fingers when I worked out of car shops. Like, I wish I had a picture of how crazy it was, but it was disgusting and terrible and miserable. But I had like the blistering type of dermatitis all over my hands. But mostly my right hand. I don't know why. Because my left hand was always destined to be a star. But it created scarring. Like, to this day, I can see scarring in the form of like extra wrinkles. My nails themselves just have more pits because there's just some things that don't grow out. Like, just the skin under my nail, I think, was permanently kind of damaged, I guess, from basically a life of eczema. So that's why, I'm sure I've shared that part before, that's why this hand is so much uglier than this hand. Like, forget the color of the nails and just look at my hand. Doesn't this hand look older? Like, look at the wrinkles around like the knuckles by the finger. It's true. And it's not because I like put hand cream on only one hand. No, it is 100%. I'm sure I notice it more than you do. But I just find it kind of really interesting because this is such a interesting like A/B study. You know, I'm the same person with the same hands. But this hand has more scarring and it looks older because of, I think, years of eczema that kind of grew up my hand. Like, it was on everywhere. And I would wrap band-aids around it. I would itch at it. And it was always this hand. So things like that, and maybe also just this being my right hand, probably contribute to it. You don't notice anything? Like, look at my pointer finger. Do you see how there's like just more wrinkles towards the like just under the nail, between the knuckle and the nail. Obviously, I notice things more, but like I think you can see what I mean, right? A little bit? Okay. Yeah. That's, I think, just from a history of like having eczema on this hand. I notice it on every finger, to be honest. Yes, they're both beautiful. Yes, Chad, but I don't know. I just think the observation is interesting because there's actually like a scientific explanation for why one hand is like that. And I have that to look forward to on my eyes because my eyes have been blistered and eczemaed for years, off and on. Amazing. I'm just waiting for my base coat to dry, so that's why we're talking shit. Okay, let me carefully drink my tea. Is the finger wider too? I think so too. Like, I think my right hand is like wider and it's also crooked. Look at these two nails are crooked. So just everything about it is just wonky compared to this hand. Again, you only compare to yourself. I'm not comparing my hands or my hand's beauty to anyone else. I'm just like, I have two hands. One of them looks nicer than the other. That's it. Your standard of beauty should be yourself, right? Do you have one foot that's uglier than the other? What up with that? Yes, it can also cause post-inflammatory hyper or hypopigmentation. Who? Eczema? Yeah. Sure. Sounds correct. I had no idea eczema could be so bad. Yeah. A lot of people don't realize that eczema is not just like, oh, I have a little rash. No, it can like ruin your entire life. I think a good example and she put this on the internet, is Joanna Sadia. Do you remember? Amazing, talented creator from like 2018, 2019 era. Am I correct? She made like funny, weird little vlogs. And she basically posted that she had to drop out of school and quit doing YouTube because of chronic dermatitis, eczema. Yeah. So some people have it incredibly hard where it basically ruins your entire life. And I would say like I do as well. Just it's being suppressed right now because of drugs after 10 years, well, more than 10 years, but at least 10 years of it just being on my face. But it is absolutely debilitating when it is that severe and chronic, and there's often like not an obvious solution. No, you can't just put on a cream. You can't just put on a cream and wash your face. That's not how it works. Like it is relentless, and it will ruin your life. Okay. Now there's some people who just get like a little patch on their elbow and like whatever, and they don't even think about it. And I'm happy that that's all they have. It'll probably get worse with time as you age, though, according to my dermatologist, so you should still take care of it. Blue! Alright, I'm just blowing my nails as I let this base coat dry, but congratulations, your immune system hates you, yeah. Because eczema is, I mean, I don't have the description right in front of me, but it's essentially your skin is overreacting, sometimes to nothing, and sometimes to things that, like, it doesn't need to be scared of. It just develops an intolerance, because it's, like, the world, I guess. And it only gets worse with time. Wonderful. Unless you get treatment, obviously, duh. But okay, I think no, that pinky's still a little got a wet spot. See, I can tell when Peely Base dries. when it's looking like that nail looks dry to me. I can tell in the reflection of the light. But in this one, I still see a little bit wet. I just might have put it a little bit thicker on the pinky. Thank you, Rose, for the suggestion. I think if anyone is experiencing, here, I'm an eczema influencer now, why not? If anyone is experiencing what they think is it, like, truly, I think you should ask your doctor to get a referral to a dermatologist. Because that's the person who can help you figure out, is it a contact allergy versus it's just your immune system hates you and it doesn't really matter what you do. It doesn't really matter what you avoid. And also the types of treatments out there, because yes, there's a lot of movement towards like health and wellness products that you can buy at Whole Foods will cure your eczema, allegedly. And maybe that helps some people. That's great if that's you, but it also may not help other people. So I really think speaking to a professional and hearing their take on it for your specific condition would help, because there's also contraindications and other variables that may be going on with you that may make it more than just a rash. Like maybe there's another symptom you're having that could point to something else. So I just think like asking your doctor, get a dermatologist, get patch testing. It's not the same as allergy testing, but you could do that too. And listen to medical advice instead of like TikTok telling you, I cured my eczema with this new sponsored liquid gel collagen. Just drink 10 shots a day and you're cured. I don't know. If that worked for someone, great. But if it was that simple, like I would have been cured 10 years ago. So I am Dr. Shrimply. Yes, that's my advice. Go to a doctor. I'm sorry if it costs money to go to a doctor. I know that's not helpful for those of you who pay for healthcare. Okay, I think we are ready to paint smoothing base on this hand, on my main hand. And if you live in Canada or a place where there is free healthcare, you got to get on a waiting list, even if it's 2 years. Because the last time I had to leave a message at a dermatologist's office, the automated message says the waiting list is 2 years. Unless you had like skin cancer or something. And I was like, oh, good. Okay. I was already a patient, but I was like, oh. So get on a waiting list, get a referral as soon as possible if you think that you need help with it, because you're going to be waiting and your condition will probably get worse over time. So that's for people who are in Canada. Or anywhere, I guess, really. Did it actually take 2 years? No, because I'd already been in. This was like as I was a patient. I guess I called the office at one point to, I don't know, talk to someone for some appointment scheduling, and that's what they were like now saying. This was post-COVID, because when COVID happened, a bunch of doctors retired or quit, practices shrunk, a lot moved to the States from Canada where they make more money, and specialists decided to not be specialists anymore. In a nutshell, a dermatologist is a specialist. Oh, and I think the biggest factor is, yeah, a lot of them move to private, meaning Botox. If I could just blame Botox for taking away my dermatologists. Not mine, but just... I I think that's kind of what happened too. It's just what I'm seeing in Ontario and Quebec. Just more dermatologists like qualified. They went to school for dermatology, blah, blah, blah. But they just like left public practice to go do private. Guess what makes money in private? It's Botox and insert all the other skin treatments that it's better to have the sound of someone who's a real medical doctor perform them here. I don't know. Lasers and other stuff. And you don't need a referral. Lasers, fillers, yeah. So I think that's where the dermatologist went, you know, and I'm not blaming them because they want to make money, and public healthcare maybe doesn't pay enough or provide enough resources. So that could help. But yeah, get on a waiting list. Okay, we are smoothing based up. Look at that. I look so much... It's like a better version of me. It's like a BB cream for your nails. You can still see the stain, but a little yellowy. Gonna let that dry for like, I don't know, 5 minutes. That's probably too much, but... why don't we read the price change message that Holo Taco put out today. This morning, we emailed our customers, as well as posted on social media, that we would be increasing our prices effective July 31st. Today's the first week of July, so you have basically a month of notice. Providing transparency on pricing changes. The cost of making nail polish has gone up. This is just a fact. You can ask literally anyone who makes nail polish. To our community, since the start of this year alone, the cost of producing our nail polish has increased significantly, resulting in industry-wide shifts we must approach responsibly and carefully. Also, so you know, the original letter I wrote for this was like probably twice as long. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was close to the length it ended up. We only shaved off a little bit because I was like, I need to say all of this, so I don't know what to cut. Because on socials and for emails, like, best practices is to not write too much because no one has an attention span that would allow them to read it all, and they would just be like not read it anyways. But I couldn't say less than this. There was just no way to get what I thought was important to get across by saying less. So some of it, even when I'm reading it, like industry-wide shifts, like that's vague because I can't write you 7 other paragraphs. You know what I mean? This isn't a master's thesis. This is an executive summary that's still long. So anyways. By that I meant, like, it's pretty obvious. Just literally look at every cosmetics company, or every company ever almost, talking about needing to raise their prices, specifically recently in the last few months. In full transparency, as we moved into Holo Taco's 6th year of business, we're going to be 6 years old on Sunday. Is it Sunday? Wait, what day is it? I don't even know. What time is it? Where am I? We had already anticipated and prepared for a price increase due to general year-over-year inflation. So, as you recall, we launched in 2019. 3 years later, for the Gala collection, we'd announced that we were doing a minor price increase of just some things were going up. I think it was cremes and toppers, right? Or top coats, like essentials, Glossy Taco, whatever. And we ended up just not changing the price of the most of our catalog, which was specialty nail polish, which was $14. So we didn't even raise all the prices across our catalog. It was just some of them. It was just the cheaper stuff that we raised a little bit in 2021. Or was it 2022? I can't remember. But it was 3 years in. 2020? So 2022. Okay. So that was 3 years ago. So we haven't raised any prices in 3 years. And we haven't raised prices on some or most of our catalog in 6 years. And I mean, like, the main bucket of specialty nail polishes have been $14 since 2019, which is crazy. 29, did I say 2019? 2019, yes. So that's 6 years. So regardless of tariffs, blah, 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 like Holo Taco was gonna need to raise prices, you know, at this point, and to like help balance things out. Especially the stuff that we hadn't raised in 6 years. So that was a given. Already knew that was gonna land this year and plan it around this time. But then like January happened, and what none of us anticipated was the sudden onset of worldwide tariffs, their significant impact on the cost of our ingredients, which are available globally that we import to then be manufactured in the States. So you know what that means. Who pays the tariff? Us, for getting it from another country. And then what happens then? We have no choice but to raise prices. So for anyone who thinks that, you know, elsewhere pays the tariffs, that's just incorrect. Ingredients and components in the unpredictable economic climate. This is the kicker. This is the worst part, I think. The unpredictable economic climate that has made it impossible to confidently plan within. Because before January, like, we knew what things were going to be. We talked about it. We were prepared. And then, I don't need to summarize it, right? Like, you've seen the news over the past few months, or maybe you decided to ignore it. Good. That's a good decision, too. Maybe you saw some of it and you're like, I literally can't follow what's going on. Their tariffs are going up. There's tariffs on this. Just kidding, lol, JK. We're going to do this. Actually, we're going to double it. We're negotiating. We're not negotiating. Hello? Businesses like Holo Taco, or like any cosmetics company, any company who sells products to customers, where you have a supply chain that's working like a year in advance of a release, has to know how much something is gonna cost before they get the process started. Or like they should roughly know, because if they don't, then they're just you're just guessing, you're gambling, and you're like, I don't know what this is gonna amount to, and then decide what to sell it to customers when it finally like ends up being that day and you realize, oh shit, this all added up to 5 times the price. Like, you can't do that. You can't plan that. So that is that's the worst part, I think. It has caused so much supply chain hello, feels like a train, I can't get off. Supply chain stress that it's impacting, like, all of a sudden you're like, okay, do we hold? Do we not order it yet? What do we do? But if we don't order it yet, then we're going to delay the launch. And then we're not going to get something in time for QA. Or we're going to do this, and it's not going to be in time for XYZ. And then there's all these secondary consequences. So anything that relies on multiple ingredients, components coming from different places that all needs to come together, it's meticulously thought through by like a whole really intelligent team of people. And then when you add this unpredictability of like how much it's gonna cost, when you can do it, is it gonna change? Is it gonna change back? How much should you get? Just kidding. It makes it impossible to plan. And that has been, I think, the most frustrating thing behind the scenes that you don't see, because we want to give you the best, not a mess experience, but businesses are dealing with a mess. So we waited, is my point. My point of that is that we waited as long as we could to watch the past 6 months of changing, going back and forth. Ultimately, that's gonna keep happening, I think. Like I don't feel like there's been an economic stabilization and assurances that, okay, this is where we're landing, whatever it is, good or bad. It's all bad. But even if it was like specifically this bad and it's gonna stay that way, I would at least be able to plan. I don't know that, but we waited as long as possible because I felt it was really important to just take a hit for longer, because that's the truth, right? Because we should have raised prices months ago if we wanted to keep up with this. But ultimately, like, waiting, seeing, evaluating, doing as much math and planning as possible to see where we actually have to land. And it came to a point where like, yeah, we can't wait anymore. So this landed at a time that I felt I was okay with. The announcement is before our anniversary, but the changes we're not making take effect until a month from now. So that's after our anniversary collection. So what that means is our anniversary collection will be at the old pricing, which is good. So there you go. But here we are. And that's my really long explanation for the short version. Put simply, it is far more expensive to make our nail polishes in 2025 than it was just a few years ago, than it was just last year. So we are committed to 3 things. 1, maintaining the quality and care we put into our products, obviously. 2, price change transparency. So that's letting you guys know exactly what's happening and when, what to expect. 3, keeping our costs as reasonable as possible within the constraints of this economic reality. I know nail polish is a subjective cost that is expensive to some people and not that bad to other people. There's some people who have only ever purchased dollar store nail polish. Maybe that's the only thing that's in their reach or the only thing that they can justify for that type of a product. Different people have different perspectives on what is expensive and what is not. That being said, I do think objectively, have never tried to target like a luxury price point, and that is a marketing tactic. Like Chanel targets a luxury price point, okay? I've never tried, that's not my goal. I want to be accessible, not notably inexpensive, because then I wouldn't be able to bring you what I bring you, but reasonable for the quality and the experience you get. That is my goal, and we'll continue to do that, but it had to go up because of the economic reality, because otherwise it would be impossible, or it would be just a negative, not good experience behind the scenes. So here's what we're gonna do. We are increasing our prices on July 31st, which is roughly in a month from now, and giving you that heads up now. Here you go. Table chart. Now, this doesn't have everything that we sell because I don't feel it's necessary to spell 100% of our products out there. What's most important to get in front of you now is our nail polishes, because that's the main thing we do and the main thing we're going to continue to do. So you'll see in this, it's also in the email, but the nail polish category, current price, and the new price effective on July 31st. I think I did the math, and it was over 80% of our currently available nail polishes and topper base coats are only going up by $1. So most of our stuff is increasing by $1. That remaining 20% has like $1.50 or $2, depending on whether it falls under a linear holographic, a multi-chrome, or a magnetic, or a thermal. And that's because those are more expensive pigments and or more time-consuming and complex manufacturing processes, all these things which add to the cost. Okay, this is like really small and hard to read. Shall I test my eyesight? New polish price category. So you'll notice that a couple have been split out, whereas previously they were all just like specialty. Linear holographic, multi-chrome, magnetic, and thermal polishes just cost the most, whether it's pigments or more complicated manufacturing processes, so they got to be priced accordingly. So that's why they're being split out here. Good news is that we're not raising the prices on our nail oil or hand cream for now. I mean, like, who knows, eventually, but for now we're keeping it the same. So nail oil pen is 15, hand cream is 16, and whether it's the fragrance free or not, and those are staying the same, which I think is a really good thing for customers because those are repeat purchase products. So keeping those at the same value is really good for you. Now, other people, like because I'm also paying attention to other brands who are increasing prices. And so like I'll notice companies' strategy will kind of intentionally choose like the repeat products as the thing they're increasing because they know that over time that will add up to them. I did the opposite because you're probably only going to buy our next collection once. You're not going to repeat purchase it multiple times a year like nail oil. But our nail oil is got to be at the top of the list of like the most repeat purchases because it makes sense. Like you use it up. It's more like food, like something except you don't eat it. Don't eat the nail oil, but you know what I mean. You go through it quickly. So we're able to keep that the same. And our hand cream. I saw someone in the chat also asking about other items. There's probably going to be an across the board increase on everything else that isn't mentioned here, that isn't nail polish, nail oil, or hand cream. We just are still working on tying out those final pieces. And I didn't think that was critically important to like announce 30 days before. I think this is what's important, and making sure we get that across to you was more important to me than like, I don't know, identifying how much thinner is, which I get is still a repeat purchase, but like that's not the most important thing we sell, to be honest. I mean, I'm just looking at our own data of how much we sell something. So for now, you can still stock up on nail oil and hand cream at the same price. We're also not raising minimum free shipping thresholds. We're going to keep them exactly where they are, which is $59 to get free shipping in the US or $99 for international orders, because it was also important to me to do whatever I can, which honestly is not much in this insane world we cannot control. But I don't want to like pile on to the economic factors, the economic hardships that disproportionately affect international customers, because like tariffs, reciprocal tariffs in Canada, that's already a thing. I can't do anything about that except for the Canada Day sale that's over, but we can't sustain doing that for, you know, a longer period, or just international, wherever you live, customs and duties, like that's going to be up to the government, your government, and that's not something I can control. I also can't control shipping companies wanting to continue to charge even more to ship things. But I can do this. So we're keeping, this is all I could do for international customers, but I think it's more important for internationals that we're not changing the free shipping threshold. Because I'll see other companies like require you to now, you have to spend $200 and then we'll give you free shipping. And it's like, okay, well now I just can't buy. Because on top of that, you're also paying customs and duties. So, luckily I was able to make this work this way. And another thing we're gonna do is a bit creative, tried to get creative with this one, was issue a points gift to everyone who's an existing member. Like you have to be a member or have an account already in our Holo loyalty program. Sorry, I was reading royalty, but I'm like, that's not the name. Our Holo loyalty program. We know it's a challenging time financially for most, and we don't want dropping down a tier in our rewards program to feel like a letdown, because like everyone is just upset for extremely valid reasons across the board. You know, inflation, the price of gas, fruit, bananas, eggs, whatever it is, like the housing market, everyone is having a bad time. Well, let's say 99% of people are having a bad time, okay? So what else can I do? Even if it's just something like, I don't know, not like, I'm not like giving you money necessarily. Can't really do that either. But what I was able to do was give all of our rewards members a 250 point gift. This will take effect after our price increase date. We just have to, like, it's going to take some time to roll that out to everyone. But everyone in our program will get a 250 points gift, which means you can use that to redeem for a free nail polish, basically, because a free nail polish is approximately 250, depending on what it is. And we're also going to temporarily expand our redeemable items assortment. So I believe that's already happened, unless I'm mistaken. Like there's like 3 or 4 or 5 extra things in the redeemable things. Someone keeps this in the Discord. They know, they remember more than I do. If I'm incorrect and like you don't see more items in the offering than last time, then it'll happen soon. I literally can't remember. That's a minor detail in my mind. But that 250 points gift also will basically, depending on your tier, keep you in that tier for another year, because like the year thing happens whenever you do an activity. So this would be that activity. Or even bump you up. If you're in Holo Swatcher and you currently have like 251 points and then you get 250 points from this, you're Holo royalty. So it's not even just extending your Holo royalty status, because you can't go higher than Holo royalty. But yeah, if you're in Holo royalty, you would stay there basically, because you're in there because you have at least 500, and then you'll get 250. But if you are in Holo Swatcher and you only need 250, then you'll basically be bumped up, which is pretty cool. So, and also if you're in Holo Explorer, then you could get to Holo Swatcher. So that was just kind of a fun little bonus. This won't happen until after the price increase. Please read. I don't see the expansion date. Yes, because it will happen after the price increase date, which is July 31st. It's gonna take us some time to implement this, because this is complicated, because there's so many of you. So please, I ask in advance to not email customer service on July 31st immediately asking, where is your 250 points? I think that's our goal, but I am just thinking ahead. It might be a little complicated. It might take some time to roll out, and we appreciate your patience while we roll all this out to a ridiculous amount of people. Like everyone, almost. Everyone who is in our member program will be getting this. We want you to know how deeply we appreciate every single one of our customers. This is weird to read because I wrote it. But it's true. And we are honored to ship our products to so many corners of the world. This was important to me to stress, like, we have an international community of nail polish lovers, and that transcends borders. And I'm not enjoying the very nationalist, like, us against them, like, we hate everyone who's not from our country. Like, I don't love that, just as a person. It just makes me, like, kind of sad. Like, what? Anyways, because I think, like, even our tiny little community in the grand scheme of things is such a good example of, we're all from literally all around the world. Yeah, I know that disproportionately people who watch me live in the States. That's just a function of population, and I'm an English-speaking content creator. That's what happens. But truly, there are so many people who enjoy nail polish from around the world. Ones who don't speak English watch me too, and have told me they learned English from watching me, like, over the years, or in part from watching me. And things like that just goes to show you, like, this is not about, you know, a country is better than another and we're going to do everything there. Like, I mean, I know some people think with that logic, but what I'm here to do beyond just sell you nail polish is also just cater to a community of wonderful individuals that share a joint hobby of painting nails, through expressing themselves through color, through being creative, through just having good vibes, and like getting excited about the same thing. And there is no border on that. So we appreciate and are incredibly thankful for your understanding with the price increase and all the things we're working on, and your patience as we take the steps necessary to continue to bring you colorful specialty experiences without compromising on anything, in little glass bottles for years to come. And you know what's coming next. It's our anniversary collection. Kind of annoying that, you know, the tariffs had to land right there. I mean, they haven't landed. No one knows what's happening, but they've been rocking things up for several months. But yeah, we're gonna celebrate our 6th anniversary this month with a new collection that'll be at our old pricing because it's gonna be released before July 31st. So good news there. What does sooner than you think mean? It means, I don't know, not that long from now. All right, that was our little message. I was really nervous to share it. I don't know why, because I mean, I do, because I spent way too long rewriting, overthinking it, asking everyone, what do you think? Should it be this? Should it be that? How to phrase something. But like, you never know. It's bad news to increase prices. Like, so I don't want to do that. I'm not like, great news, guys. I just want to make more money. Like, no, that's not what this is. This was annoying how I had to deal with the tariffs thing when that was an added thing and will continue to be an added thing because that was not part of the plan. I prefer to do this as planned, but you know, life doesn't go to plan, I guess. So here we are, and I'm glad that most people aren't too upset. So that is reassuring to me, and I guess I was just spiraling for no reason. So I appreciate you guys. But yeah, so thank you for understanding and being really kind. A lot of people have been really kind in the Instagram comments. I read those earlier. So I was nervous, anxious, and ultimately I feel like we're going to be okay. I think everyone's existing in a mutual experience of we're all kind of fucked, but we're in this together. I don't know. Is that like, you know, like a social phenomenon where we're all kind of just feeling the same thing? We're in all I acknowledge, all very different positions. You know, I'm not trying to say I'm just like you. I just mean we're all very aware of what's going on, and it impacts us in different ways, but it all impacts us. So we're all just like, yep, fuck this. Like COVID. It kind of feels like COVID, but it's not, and something we couldn't stop. Something that a human couldn't put a stop to. Yeah, we're all in this together in different ways. Yeah. Thank you for not being out of touch. How would I be out of touch? Like, what would I need to say? Just be like, yeah, I guess we're just raising prices. I don't know why. Like, what? Like, our cost of ingredients are going up. That's not good. Like, I don't want that. So I don't even know how it's possible for like a business or brand owner to like be out of touch about this, because like you see it, so like surely you get it, even if you are a rich person, let's say, as an individual, I mean. And there's still COVID, Melissa. Yeah, great. Thanks for reminding us. Okay, please read super chats. Okay, and then I gotta paint my nails. That's what I'm here for. I mean, you want to see what I'm gonna paint, right? Love the transparency. Thank you, Amber. Dana, love that blue on you. Could you show us a comparison? We did do comparisons on that stream. If you go to the Disco Cowboy stream, Wait, no, that wouldn't have had control cutie. I'm sure if you go to the Discord, someone's got you. Thank you, my honey. Thank you, Mac. Detectives thought it was a very well-crafted letter, but we get it. You've been very reasonable, and thank you for freezing shipping and the bonus points. You guys are welcome. Thank you, detectives. Elfin, hi, Simply. Are we going to be having Holo Taco in Turkey anytime soon? I think it's your government. I mean, I don't have the reasons in front of me, but there's some countries that like don't want certain types of cosmetics, and they just decide. Or they make it impossible for us to ship because they require all these administrative paperworks that we're just not in a position to do. It's complicated, but like we ship to over 70 countries. We would be shipping to your country if your government made it easy, is my shorthand answer, without me looking up specifically the reason. Or the service provider we use doesn't ship there, which if UPS ships to Turkey, then it's the government reason, probably. Rachel, hello everyone. I complimented a cashier on her nails. She said she liked my water marble. Asked if I ever heard of Simply. Love finding us out in the wild. That's so fun. Love that. Amateur nail art. I've said this before, but we really do appreciate the transparency when things have to change. This is why Holo Taco has become my most reach for a brand for my nail art. Thank you so much. Holo Taco is 100% worth it. Much love. Thank you. That's so kind of you to say. And I know you've shared something like this before. And yeah. That's who I'm thinking about, you and everyone else, when I'm like, how do I address them? And what do I need to give them to A, have them understand, and B, communicate it clearly? Because I never want to be misunderstood. Remember when on stream I was like, I said the opposite of that by accident? Which is just so funny and stupid. Anyways, that was a moment. Thank you, though, for that. Marianne, I'd like to apologize for the idiot in chief who's making everything harder than it has to be. Yeah, maybe, like, vote. I know that you can't change something tomorrow, but tell your friends who didn't vote or voted a way you don't like now to do what they can. For real. Not just apologize. Katie, my Nan is turning 93 soon. She's not really able to speak much now, but one way we bond is her picking holo, and I love and I shape and paint her nails. That's so sweet. Betita 101. Hi, Simply. Currently at work listening to the stream. Quick question. Will we still get a stream highlights for what? Sending positive vibes to everyone. I was supposed to finish the Pixel Perfect one, and then I didn't. That's on me because I've just been so busy. Partly because of this stuff you just saw today. I would love to do more of them, but yeah, it's just a huge time suck. Even though I have an editor, I still have to then go in and like watch it, vet it, make a thumbnail, upload it, and all these things just add up. So I just haven't been prioritizing it. Hello, Amy. There's a girl in my trigonometry class who looks like younger Simply. I think it's kind of cool. That's cute. Okay, who wants to paint? I'm thinking I kind of want to do a Skittle Mani that is summer vibes, but not like hot red pink like we just did, because we just did that. I want to do more like expensive voyage vibes. Expensive summer cruise or something vibes. So I'm gonna pull a few colors. like a rich gold or like a nice suitcase bronze, maybe even this like bright blue. But I don't know, maybe that should be like a specialty, but I do really like these colors together. Or what if I used this? What's that? I don't know, I found it on my shelf. It was just a runaway shade there. What if it was like a teal no lies but cobalt blue? Yeah, shiny. Okay, yeah, screw that one. Yeah, like this. Okay, I like it. Okay, let's do that. Who is she? I don't know. Can we get a rainbow flake top coat collection? Not right now. Not right now. We're busy. Can't you see the detectives are signing NDAs actively in the chat? I'm just shaking my tax haven. Tax haven. Wish I had a tariff haven. We can make jokes, right? So we don't cry? Is that okay? I'm literally just a Canadian. Ever since the like TikTok memes, like I'm literally just a girl or whatever. I find it so funny to just co-opt that to the Canadian version of it. Okay, maybe it's funny to like, I don't know, the 27 of you in Canada, but. Caroline, there's a reason why I have all of HT and it's my #1 go-to polish for everything. Christine, your honesty, openness, and generosity caring is unmatched. Thank you for being the wonderful human. Thank you. I'm a sock. The Who's cold because my ice pack is behind my back. I threw it on the ground so I don't get wet. Screaming, crying, throwing up. What? Okay. Get my acetone and a cleanup brush. And let's go ahead and paint. Okay, what hand should I paint first? I think I kind of want to... Let's do this. I missed a super chat? Okay, hold on. There's too many of you talking. Too many people talking. Hello, was it a super chat or... I don't see any more. Oh, there. Her nails look like corn, so his nails can look like this. Yes. Thank you for making me go find that. I hope to be like Simply when I grow up. The level of how respectable she is. Wait, you have... Who's your role model influence in your life now? They're not respectable? Well, then you have an example to not be like them. That's how you can look at things too. You know, you have poor role model influence. I don't mean poor in the financial sense. I mean like not good role models who, whether it's like bad morals, ethics, behaviors, or whatever. Use that as an example of what not to be. And I think that's can sometimes be just as helpful as having a good role model. Obviously, we would all want a good role model in our personal lives if possible. But if that's not you and you have bad role models, then it kind of gives you a baseline to know what to avoid. So work with what you have. And, you know, I don't think having a good or bad role model is a predictor of anything in particular. It's how you look at them and interpret and apply. With, of course, social circumstances that can confound many things and impact in intersectionality, et cetera, insert sociology here that offers more context. But you know where I'm going. Okay, I gotta paint now. Ben is your role model? Oh, that's scary. beware of that one. Okay, sorry, I have to think what nail I want these on. I think I want two. Do I want 2 blue nails? Maybe. I think I want extra blues. No, let's do these 2 blue and then gold and brown. Let's do brown on the pinky, actually. Yeah. So this is Tax Haven, which is actually from our vacation collection from, was that 2 years ago or 3 years ago? I simply cannot count anymore. It's like a bronzy multi-chrome. And this one is Bottle Service, which is from a couple years ago again in the After Party, which was our holiday collection a couple Christmases ago. I just think it's such a pretty rich gold. And this rich gold with the like bronze deep multi-chrome, I think are like Luke's vacation luggage. But then you need a pop. You need a pop of something. Because otherwise that would just be kind of bleh. That's too like bougie on itself, by itself, you know what I mean? What if we had like a pop of intense like metallic cobalt, like Greek waters or something? Not the water, I mean like the, I don't know, the shiny stuff in the walls. That's just one coat. We're gonna build it up. Does it look like a formula you maybe have seen before? You want to swim in it? Well, that's not allowed. Because it's nail polish. Although I feel you. I would totally swim in it too. Wow. Is this pee in the lake? Does this look like piss to you? I don't think so. This is like 5-star travel status. This is like business class, okay? There's no pee in the lake. Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone peed in it. How dare you? On this one, let's put Tax Haven back here. Actually, you know what? Should I do another blue? Nah, let's do Tax Haven because this nail's broken. So we want to minimize her. I gotta wrap the crooked tip. Got it on my skin. Another gold. This is Bottle Service, girl. Why don't you say another blue? Because we have released blue before. Shocking, I know. Now, I guess I'll do my other hand too. And I kind of want to like follow the same thing, but different nails. So I think I'll put Tax Haven here. And then blue. And then gold. Yeah, let's do that. Sorry, I never paint both hands at once. So I'm all like, what do I do? Uh-oh. My hair. No. My hair was in Tax Haven. That's okay. I'll fix it on the second one. Are you saying we're actually getting a CyberLife blue? This is everything, especially in the Teal No Lies formula. Is it kind of like a CyberLife blue? Actually, now that I think about it. Connor! Did this for you, boy. That's not on our mood board or the inspo, but it could double as that if you want. And I think you guys are guessing pretty right. You know, Teal No Lies was such an iconic formula. That was from the Shimmering Secrets set, which was the second annual Holo Royalty limited edition collection that you guys designed. But then we came up with that formula for you, which was that teal like microflake metallic. And it's kind of a tricky formula because the pigment is really what it is. Like the color is what is the metallic foil flake with, yeah, there's a jelly, but that's not the critical ingredient. So the critical ingredient is something that kind of is really dependent on what supplies, materials are available. Supply chain. So it can't exist in every color. But I really like this one. But okay, I'll do pinky. Is it like great? No, Jesse. Are you not listening to your fellow detectives? It's like Teal No Lies-ish. Which is not like great. Alright, what shall the thumb be on this one? I think the thumb could be gold. Yeah, let's do gold. This is a nice chill Skittle. I really do like it. I could have done like 2 fingers beside each other that were the same color method. But this is where we landed. You know, like summer nail colors doesn't have to be hot red scorched earth, which is fun, which I did do like a few days ago. But I think this is like Luke's summer voyage. Like I'm going on my Mediterranean experience. Pack my bags, throw them on the yacht, my inflatable yacht. Okay, we can do the second coat on this hand because that's definitely dry. Makes you want to go swimming. It makes me want to, like, I've literally never been, so I have no idea if I'm correct, but like, you know those Greek islands in like Santorini? I don't know them either, but I've seen pictures. That's what this look kind of reminds me of. Little tax haven spill over there. Oh yeah, second coat of this. The fucking formula though. The fucking formula is so good. Sorry. I mean, you know that because you have another shade. I just really love like the metals because the pigment is shiny. It's colorful, but it's shiny. So from far away, even if you're not doing like iPhone flash business, it just like is striking. And then people ask like, whoa, what are you wearing? And they see you from like 5 feet away and you're just like, oh, I squished my other hand. See, this is why I never paint both hands at once. It's okay, it's not that bad, but I'll have to fix that. I forgot that I was painting both hands at once. This is why we only paint one hand at a time. It's dangerous out there. I know, I'm such a rookie. Okay, I'll be more careful. Wait, did I just paint this? I literally don't know because the coverage is so good. I'm so confused. Did I just paint this twice? I think I did, right? You're just missing your thumb? Okay. I got it. Like, good thing I have a chat that can tell me what I just did, because I have the memory of a little fish right now. I don't have a fancy new blue, but I need some summer Skittle short nail ideas. All right, go chat, go. I mean, short nails, long nails, I don't think that changes our answers, to be honest. It just depends. What type of summer palette do you like? Okay, other hand. I keep doing it. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Okay. We gotta be careful out there when painting both hands at the same time. Woo! Oh yeah, do you want to swim in my middle fingernail? I see detectives are surfacing, trying to guess the shade name in the Discord. Could they read it from the screenshot? Maybe not. No! Actually, that's fine. I'm just panicking. I should probably go like this. It's a little better. Yeah, this is the nail I fucked up. I squished it with my hand. That bottle service got messy, you know what I mean? I think the bottle service spilled in my cuticle just a little. Too much fine dining at the Greek restaurants on the Mediterranean in my yacht. Ben always makes fun of me for how I say yacht. Wait, is it? Fuck, I don't even remember how I say it now. Yacht? Yacht? Yaw hot? Yacht? I don't know. I don't think I've ever been on one. Wait, no, I know I haven't been on one. I've been on someone's like big-ish boat in like Muskoka, but that was not a yacht. It's a yeet? No, it's not. Yacht is how you're supposed to say it. Oh, like hot. Oh, yacht. Got it. I don't think I would like it on a yacht, to be honest. I'd probably get seasick. Because I went on a ship once, or like a cruise in the Dominican Republic like 18 years ago or something. And I got really seasick. Now maybe that's just those cruise ships that do that and a yacht would not. I have no idea, but I don't know. You let me know, okay? If one of you has a yacht, could go hang out on the yacht. I had a tiny little fucky there, but whatever. It's fine. This is my other hand. Wearing my Canada Day Manny red licorice with ruby madly deeply and glazed over and rainbow snow. That sounds so stunning. Anime Simpson. I love it. Happy belated. Ugh. I painted my skin. See, it happens to all of us, even Simplynailogical. I'm mostly just tripping out that like both my hands are wet at the same time. This never happens. I have little experience with this. But now we're gonna add a glossy taco and then maybe you want a close up. I don't know. Okay, good? Yeah, 2 coats is fine. Of all of them, that was pretty good. 2 coats. And we're ready for takeoff. Let me grab my glossy taco. Let's close the bottles around me before I spill them. I'm thinking of asking my fiance for Holo Taco for my birthday next month, and I haven't had any since your very first box. What do you recommend? Wait until we launch our 6th anniversary collection. It'd be a really good present because it's in a really nice box. So I think it's kind of perfect for your birthday for someone else to buy you. You can send him the teaser emails that are coming soon. Say, wait for this. Okay, let's add a glossy taco. Oh my god, I'm doing it with my wet hand. What a risk. What a risk. See, this is why I don't do this. Okay, we're good. We're good. Does it need a topper? It does not need anything. Look at them. Stunning. You know, sometimes it's just like really nice and refreshing to just have like a clean formula, like where the formula stands on its own. And I know I'm the holo lady, so that's saying a lot, but sometimes like just on its own it just looks so good. Now that doesn't mean you can't have more fun and play and do whatever you want to it, but maybe I wanted to offer it in its purest form. I change my mind about this. Sometimes I'm like, no, I want scattered in it. And other times I'm like, no, don't add anything. It's subjective. Who am I kidding? But that's why you trust in me. Thumb is so sad. I keep getting whatever polish it is on the one side because it's crooked because I broke it. So I've got to clean it here. Boop. All right. Now let's finish off my other hand. Did I like accidentally hit it? Look, I like got blue on my hand. Oops. I think we're okay. Okay, now I gotta be careful my other hand. I mean my main hand. Ah! This is how I'm out of touch, actually. To the chatter who said thank you for not being out of touch. Actually, you're wrong. I'm so out of touch. I don't know what it's like to paint both hands at the same time. Because like now I'm realizing like, wait, no, I can't grasp the cap this way because this hand's wet. This literally never happens to me. So now I acknowledge I am out of touch. I gotta paint my nails like regular people more often. Both hands? What? You want me to paint both hands at once? That's such normal behavior. That's not for me. See, I definitely flooded my cuticle, but now I gotta be careful on my other hand. Might as well add my feet in. Colleen. Come on now. Don't be so unserious. I actually do want to refresh my toes. I currently have coin toss on my toes. But I was at someone's pool party and I guess I was like, you know when you're like bending down, like you're sitting on your shins? I don't know how to explain this. Like I was like sitting on my shins, so my toes were actually against the pavement. And then I kind of scratched them with the type of pavement. Oops. So there's like these little like sanded marks into my Glossy Taco. Like, they were dry. That's not it's not that they were wet, but just I accidentally sanded them down while I was kneeling on stones. So I kind of just want to add another coat and a Glossy Taco and then they'll be fine. I hope you peed right before stream. I did, but I'm gonna need to pee again. Pray for me. I will wait until I pee because this Manny is too spectacular to mess up. It's like when you're on an airplane and then there's like a sign that says you can't pee yet and you have to wait until it goes ding. And you're like, oh my God, I can get up and pee. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do in real life. I'm gonna impose a no seatbelt sign. I mean, stay in your seatbelt sign. That's what I meant. Okay, we did it. Ready? Careful, careful. Slowly recap the acetone.
What do you think? What do you think?
What do you think? Do we like it? Here's my main hand. Like, those colors slap together. Like, luxury vacation. Okay, ignore the nail. Actually, don't look at my thumbnail. She can't sit with us. She's not in business class. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just stunning blue foil that maybe you are gonna get. Does that mean I've leaked like 2 shades now? Kind of crazy. Okay. But from far away, does it stand out or what? I know, it stands out. You don't have to tell me. Resort nails, luxury resort. Yes. Yeah, she's rich and shiny. That's what I want for all of you. The rich and shiny collection. That's not what it's called, but luxury. But not with the new price increase yet. Luxury at a Holo Taco price point, yes. All right, well, I think I'm gonna go. Cause you know, I got things to work on. I gotta finish off all the expeditions, the traveling, the tying out some loose ends, make sure we land safely, you know, for our next collection. As we move into year 6 of Holo Taco, we'll be celebrating our actual 6-year anniversary on Sunday. Is that the 6th? And then our forthcoming 6th anniversary collection won't be long after. So you'll see very soon the hints and you know how it goes. Yeah, okay. I'm not streaming this Saturday, but I will be streaming the Saturday after. And also Wednesday. I'll be here Wednesday too. So yeah, no stream this Saturday, but I'll see you next Wednesday. We'll probably do gaming next Wednesday. But fly safe, and I will see you all back here in a week. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to the Menchie gang. And thanks so much for swatching. I'll see y'all later. Bye.